The Republic of the Gambia is ranked the 6th smallest country in Africa. Because of its friendly people and lovely smiles, is called the Smiling Coast of Gambia. The country was under British colonial rule but gained independence in 1965. According to World Bank data, the Republic of the Gambia is a low-income country with a recorded population of 2.343 million and a total GDP of 1.826 billion in 2019. In the past decade, the unemployment rate, poverty rate, and dependency ratio in the country have been high. The unemployment rate in 2010 was 9.41%, 9.3% in 2015, and 9.64% in 2020. The national poverty rate, which indicates the percentage of the population living below the national poverty line, was 48.8% in 2015. In addition, 10.3% of the population were living on less than $1.90 a day. Over the years, the number has increased and the dependency ratio has reached 86.9% in 2020. Regarding the education sector, the country lives on the concept of education marketization, which shows that everyone must receive formal education and graduate with excellent results to obtain a qualitative career in the labor market. Personal educational achievement is a fundamental document that determines the ideal occupation one may receive. The government of Gambia has invested in public schools to enable young people to obtain a certain degree of free education. However, poverty has implications for one to complete his or her education. In 2011, the Gambia education statistics show that only 76% of both genders completed primary education and 60% completed secondary school education. Compared with World Bank data, 77.9% of children completed primary school in 2011. In the years 2014 to 15, the total number of male students who dropped out of upper basic schools, grades 7th to 9th, was 3,107, and that of female students was 2,936. The statistics only applied to one of the 6 available regions, and it is reported that the main reason for school leavers is because of financial difficulties. Furthermore, although many people live in poverty, the Gambia is a very class-divided country. Intergenerational social mobility is a term that people abide by. The amount of opportunity available in society is largely determined by an individual's history, which includes factors such as income, social network, and education. As a result, the underprivileged youth are at a higher risk of automatically being placed to work within the quantitative labor market, contrasted to the privileged. The Gambia as a developing country needs to expand at a rate of 10% per year to catch up with developed countries. Nonetheless, in recent years, the country's annual GDP growth rate has been significantly low. The annual GDP growth rate in 2013 was 2.9%, but in 2014 it fell to negative 1.4%. Nonetheless, the figure increased in 2015, reaching 4.1% before falling to 1.9% in 2016. As of late, information has demonstrated a GDP yearly growth figure of 7.2% in 2018 and 6.1% in 2019. In extent with Africa trading economics, the current account to GDP has shown a high deficiency during the previous 3 years. Between 2018 to 2020, the current account to GDP demonstrated a yearly figure of negative 7.2%, negative 12.2%, and negative 5.3% respectively. The current account to GDP is influenced by significant constituents like inflation, deflation, exchange rate, and other economic factors which specify national health. According to the study, the Gambia's current account to GDP ratio shows that the country is a net creditor with high consumer spending and low savings. According to the data, the Gambia lacks a solid internal mechanism to help national growth. The high unemployment rate indicates the economy is unable to produce job opportunities for those looking for jobs, which explains the low annual GDP growth rate. The Educational Passport Foundation.